Many have argued about the four nations and their influence on culture. Here's my take on the genic traits and physiology as well as the typography of this universe. Earth. Located on the eastern side of the world, it is also the closest to the equator and it's significantly larger than the majority of other nations. Ba Sing Se is heavily influenced by China and Russia with its architecture and style. Though the amount of melatonin varies depending on each region, their skin color is overall light. Chinese and Russian, perhaps even Mongolian. The mix between Anglo-Saxon and Asian come as one with the Earth Kingdom, and is represented by mixed descendants. Fire Nation. The Fire Nation expanded its territory to seek other forms of resources, much like Imperial Japan during their expansionism in the 1940s. Believing themselves to be better than the others and superior through ideology and race in a cultic society, their wardrobe is based on Asian culture and design, yet their brown hazel eyes, black hair, and white pale skin resemble Caucasians. Even though they are close to the equator genetically, they look European. But Fire Nation history reflects Imperial Japan. Not only appear in Japan but others as well, including but not limited to different conquests like Germany, France, Great Britain, and America, with some acquiring colonies. Because of the Fire Nation's history with war, it is appropriate that the element that they bend is destructive and unforgiving. Air nomads are based on Shaolin monks. Shaolin monks can perform incredible feats of mental and physical prowess that appear impossible. They balance precariously for hours in a crouching position on wooden posts buried in the ground. Although the monks use fighting, the air nomads don't use violence to this extent. The air nomads are based on Asian culture, specifically Chinese. Though the interpretation of the Shaolin monks and the Dalai Lama interpretation generic, the framework is accurate. China has had many different provinces in its history, most of which were relatively dissimilar cultures and developed separately, which formulated a sense of uniqueness, much like the different temples that the nomads occupied. BT separation and isolation, they were able to evolve different architectural styles, because of their isolated region within each other. Korean, because of their extremely light complexion yet Asian ancestry. Their pronounced eyes and taking from both Chinese and Japanese culture. Air Gurus traveler Indian, Malaysian, Filipino. Sun Warriors. Partially a subclass because of their isolation from the Fire Nation, the Sun Warriors are straight descendants of the Mayan Empire, from the headdress to the Aztec temples where the dragons rest. The Sun Warriors are distinctively different to their traditional dress, with limited clothing and various jewelry on their appendages. Their sacrifice to the dragons for food is similar to the sacrifice to the sun gods of Mayan culture. The ceremonial dance, also called the dragon dance, draws influence from Native American culture. Latino, Hispanic, Chicano, Native American. Water tribes, northern, southern, mimicking the typography of the globe. The water tribes are most likely Native American and Eskimoan people. Their blue eyes and dark hue speculate that their genetics are closer to Alaskan people. This is supported evidence by the North and South Pole. Just like the Northern Water Tribe and Southern Water Tribe, water is free-flowing and adaptable to its environments, much like water and ice, which is constantly changing and adapting.